Yes. Well, after the people. Yeah. Oh, 87. Yeah, that's it. But they are saying the host has found.
Network.
To join.
Yes. Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today we'll be looking at e-pharmacy pros and cons and the way forward. The discussion will be led by our partner, Ahemad Abbas, the MD of Ahemad Store. He's a pharmacist and an IT professional at the same time, so he's seen it all. He's a practitioner. However, I would like to introduce Chams PLC to you. Chams PLC, we are a leading provider, we are a foremost IT company and a leading provider of innovative technology. Based on our experience and expertise, we've deployed several robust, secure, and adaptable platforms for industries. I'm sure you are also aware of the BVM projects, which we deployed in the Nigerian space a few years ago, and that is already changing the face of the financial industry. Some months ago, we started some work on the Farm IT platform. And the aim of the work that we started is to ensure that the right drugs are sold in the right premises by the right people. I'm sure you are aware of what is trending now about the sale of prescriptive drugs on the online platforms. So this evening, we'll be looking at what are the pros, what are the benefits, what are the disadvantages, and what should the Nigerian space be doing. And we'll be taking a leverage from what has happened in India. Why did we choose India? India is so similar to Nigeria by so many indices, and that is why we want to leverage on the experience of what Abbas Ahemad has actually done, the MD of Ahemad Store, what has actually done in the India space, so that we can use that to fashion a way forward for the Nigerian industry. It will be my pleasure to invite our facilitator, our discussant tonight, Ahemad Abbas, the MD of Ahemad Store from India. Thank you so much.
Good evening, everyone. I hope now you can see my screen, and thanks to Funke for introduction. So this is Ahmed, founder of Ahemad Store, and we are a global pharma IT company. We are working for the healthcare industry. So here I would like to start about my introduction. I am a pharmacist by profession, and I'm working as a healthcare IT consultant. And currently we are working more than 10 countries worldwide, and we have developed more than 240 e-pharmacy platform where patient can easily get the medicine from the pharmacy. So this is what we got the recognition international award. So today evening I would like to introduction about the e-pharmacy. So e-pharmacy, it means any medicine which is sold out through the internet, like it's a mobile app or website or any social media through, all it comes under the e-pharmacy. And it is also known as a online pharmacy or internet pharmacy. So I would like to start with the history. So first e-pharmacy was established in 1999, which is called as the drugstore.com, which is now taken care by the Walgreens. In 2008, there are 286 online pharmacy. In India, it started in 2013. And e-pharmacy is the new wave for the Indian e-commerce industry. And it is expected 8% market share is captured by the e-pharmacy of total pharma retail market by 2020. So it's seem very promising, but there are some regulatory issues. So today we will discuss about all those parts. As you know, the laws of the pharmacy was written in 1940, 1945 or 48. So at that time internet didn't exist, and due to that now we are facing such problem. But due to digital India, now they are making the rules and regulation and policy, so it is easy for the Indian pharmacies to sell the medicine online. So you have observed that Alibaba, Amazon, they are selling all the product, but you never find the medicine because it requires special license or drug license and all those things. And that's the reason they're not coming into this industry. And this is the best opportunity for our pharmacist community where we can grow our business. So nowadays, you can see, people are purchasing everything online, and it's a growing industry in India, Asia, and this is what I have found in Nigeria as well. because as Funke told, Nigeria is very similar to India, especially for the IT and the pharmaceutical trend. So these are the factors which are affecting for the growth of online pharmacy, like the rising standard of the middle class family, and it provides the better IT infrastructure, like the increased internet and smartphone penetration. Also like the digital payment, like it's easy to purchase anything online. Also like a busy lifestyle and nuclear family. So that's a reason like they are start purchasing medicine, especially for the chronic patient. So what are the benefits like patient are getting through e-pharmacy? Like they are getting the better offer, they are getting the home delivery discount and everything. And that's a reason like they are preferring the e-pharmacy, especially for the chronic patient, like those who are purchasing for diabetes, blood pressure on month to month basis. And same way like the pharmacy shop owner, they are getting the better opportunity to expand their business, because like it will leverage you to make your presence not only in Lagos or Abuja, but it can make to entire Nigeria. So you can take the order from any city of Nigeria and you can deliver. Like nowadays, like any patient come to your pharmacy shop, so you don't have their email ID, contact number, or which medicine they are purchasing. But if you are going for this kind of the platform, so it will help for the data management of all the patient. And there are many more things that you can get the benefit through e-pharmacy. And this is the market scenario of Indian e-pharmacy. Like it is expected to be like 8% to 15% of total 10 billion INR. This is very interesting. AIOCD, that is like a All India Organization for Druggist and Chemist, which is like a traditional like a pharmacy council of Nigeria. This is similar to AIOCD, and on other end like IIPA, which is like Indian Internet Pharmacy Association. So it's established by the big online pharmacy because they want to make legalize and penetrate to the Indian market. In Indian market, like there are zero point 0.9 million pharmacy shop are there, and they feel like that this online pharmacy will capture their business. But the reality is that e-pharmacy is a part of pharma retail business. So any pharmacy, they can start the online pharmacy with certain rules and regulation. And during that, like we found some court cases due to patient safety on prevention of narcotic and habit forming medicines. So in India, like if you want to start e-pharmacy business, so it has to be like medicine should be sent from the chemist with retail license. It means you have to have like the pharmacy license. Then you need a registered pharmacist. After that, like you need a valid copy of e-prescription. So for Schedule H or X, you can't sell, but you have to collect the e-prescription from the patient, and only after that, like you can deliver. Also, like invoice signed by the registered pharmacist, and it is everything is done under the supervision of like pharmacist. And this is like for example, as a being a pharmacist, you are going to follow all the rules and regulation of Nigeria, and you want to start online pharmacy. So which 4 points you have to keep in mind? So which are like, first you have to find the IT company which can make the online pharmacy mobile app for you. Then you have to find the courier company to deliver the parcel, to deliver the medicine, or you can deliver through your delivery boy. Then find digital marketing agency to promote your platform, and you need a good distributor who can supply the medicines. Like during 2016 to 2019, we have found like different petitions and the court case. So Dr. Zahir, like in Delhi, he had filed the petition. Due to that, like one of his friend is getting the prescription medicine without the prescription, and that's a reason like after that they have start investigation. So Snapdeal and Shopclose, which are the biggest online e-commerce platform in India, they found with like certain medicines and they don't have the license to sell. So this kind of case come in like till like the January 8, 2019. So here is the regulation for e-pharmacy, because Indian government is also supporting to the digital healthcare. And this is thing like, first of all, you can't sell the prescription medicine without the prescription like Schedule H or X medicine. And once like you are going to deliver, so you have to have like a tamper proof cover, and you have to provide like the valid bill. So these are the basic things, like only pharmacy and pharmacist can sell the medicine online, and they can't sell any like medicine without the prescription. After that, like they can't sell like the habit forming or narcotic medicines as well. And this is like complete e-pharmacy draft, which is like released on 28th August 2018. So it's very lengthy, but here like I'm making short for you. Like Indian government is made a one platform where you have to register your pharmacy. Without registration of your pharmacy, you can't sell the medicine. And for that, they are charging around like 1000 US dollar, and you can't relieve the patient details without like the government. Like you cannot relieve the details of any patient. After that, like you need to take one license of any state, like it's a Abuja or Lagos. You can take one license, but you can sell anywhere in Nigeria. This is, I'm just giving an example in order to understand like the e-pharmacy market of India. After that, like you can't sell like a psychotropics or narcotic or habit forming medicines. And every 2 years, like the centralized team inspect your premise and they will check it out like whether it's working or not. And this renewal is going to work for next 3 years. And you have to have a support system like where patient can speak with your pharmacist. So these are the draft which is released for the online pharmacy. So now coming to the online pharmacy feature, like which features and functionality should be there. Like if you want to start in Nigeria and you are ready to follow the government policy and all those, so like your platform should have like a upload prescription offer, then search and buy. You have to have facility of collecting online payment and all those things. So these are like the screenshots of the mobile app, like which I told you, like we have developed 240 platform. So here, like you can see, patient can upload the prescription, they can search and buy, even like they can book the appointment with doctor, and that's how it's going to work. So here is like a different business model, like online pharmacy platform. It means like any patient, they are purchasing medicine through app. And another is like a pharma market. So in pharma market, like that order goes to the nearest pharmacy. After that, like they can book an appointment with the doctor. Those are like a forward ahead or diagnostic center. Same way, like this solution is available for B2B solution, like for a pharma distributors. And this is what like PSN is currently working, so that I will cover later on. So this is the mechanism of that, like how this system is going to work. So like as a patient or a customer, they can search add to cart. Once they will purchase the medicine, so they can make the payment. On other end, like this pharmacy owner, they are going to deliver the medicines. And any pharmacy shop owner, like they can list their medicines and process with the delivery part. Now, here is the recommendation for the Nigeria. As you know, like the pharmaceutical market of Nigeria, it's very similar to India, and most of the medicines are coming from India and UK. So this is what like you can follow, and this is the need of Nigerian market, because people need the better patient quality service. They need the medicine at lower price. Even they are going to affect to the complete healthcare system of Nigerian people if government is going to support. So Nigeria has to create such kind of the laws and the policy immediately, and you have to learn a lot from the India. And like this is going to be drug track and the solution to make the practice easier, and you are going to manage everything according to the rules and regulation. So here I would like to tell you about this thing, like a PSN GEM. They already started one project which is going to be a foundation of the e-pharmacy. So here like you can see that they have managed the track and trace of medicine for a centralized medicine system. So any manufacturer or the importer of medicine, they can manage their stock. After that, like to whom they are going to sell through this platform, so CNF, so they can manage the batch number, stock and everything. After that, this CNF is going to sell this medicine to the distributors. So here is going to manage same way to the retailer. Retailers means like a pharmacy shop, hospital or clinic. And after that, that is going to the final consumer. It means that is the patient. So this entire thing is going to manage, and this is the like real need of Nigeria for PSN, PCN, NAFDAC, and they can use and utilize this platform, which is called the Farm IT project, where they can manage the regulation. Even pharmacists, they can review their renew their license for a pharmacy shop. So it is going to be a foundation of your e-pharmacy in a Nigeria. So it is not going to stop here, because we already been working on this e-pharmacy platform as a being a pioneer in online pharmacy. We are also have the vending machine, where like the way we are getting the money from the ATM machine. So any patient, they can get like the OTC or acute disease medicine through this vending machine. After that, like there is a kiosk and the pill pack. So these kind of things are that which you can introduce in your Nigerian market as well. So what's the social benefit Nigerian government or Nigerian healthcare system or Nigerian people are getting? So they are getting the medicine and healthcare service at the lowest price. And it is anywhere like in Nigeria. And ultimately, this is the step for the digitalization of the pharmaceutical industry. So now coming to the conclusion, as I told, like in India, like it started in 2013, and during 2019, like we have our own rules and regulation, and now it's legal to sell medicine online with the government rules and regulation. So significant proportion of population is willing to purchase medicine online, because it is also going to help, and it's going to be their personal health coach. Like this system is giving the reminder. For example, any patient is taking the medicine twice in a day at 10 a.m. and like 5 p.m. So this system will give the reminder, this is the time to take atorvastatin or tramadol. So that's how it is going to helpful for improvement of overall healthcare condition of the patient. So this is the right time for the Nigerian government to define the policy and guideline for the e-pharmacy. And looking for the way forward, as a being a pharma IT and a pharmacist, to regulate all those things, like I'm welcoming you to all of you, like to visit India, where I can arrange interaction with the key players, lawmakers, and you can reach out to me with the follow-up question through chat. And I'm looking forward for the question and answer session. So whatever the question you have, please let me know. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Imas. So are there questions? We expect that the party, thank you for everybody that is actually on. You can please type your questions so that there are about 10 moderators, and those moderators will be reading out the question. Thank you so much.
Okay, Ahemas, there was a court judgment recently in India against e-pharmacy. Can you educate us about what happened and how it was resolved?
Yes. As I told you, Dr. Zair, who filed that petition against this thing. So ultimately, it's resolved on 8th of January, and the case was that like that pharmacy was not following the regulation of e-pharmacy, because they were selling the prescription medicine, and for that they have to like take the prescription from that patient, and due to that like it was occur. But now it's resolved, and it's legal to sell medicine online in India.
Thank you.
There are other questions and answers.
Yes, please go ahead.
Ahemad?
Yes,
Jonah.
I can hear.
Jonah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you have the floor now.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Ahemas. My name is Jonah.
Yes.
My question is a little adjustment on what you talk about regulation. In India, you have regulation of the online pharmacies. That means they are professionals who practice online. But in Nigeria, regulators have not yet developed a framework for the policy. And that for me is a challenge.
Right.
Right now, anybody can sell anything online. So it creates a big problem. How, in line with what you have set in place, how do we ensure that we don't begin to have just anybody going to that space to sell those controlled drugs you mentioned and some other things?
Okay, this is really interesting questions. So, like, I would like to tell you about this thing. Like, whenever it was started to any country, so it's very
Yeah.
difficult until and unless you don't have any like the policy and the regulation. So in this case, what Nigerian government can do is that like they can follow the e-pharmacy regulation of India, because now India is like in a somewhat mature stage and they have certain rules and regulation. So the first step you have to do is that like this government regulator, they have to make a one portal. So any pharmacy or any pharma entrepreneur who want to sell medicine online, they have to register their platform on the government portal, and through that they can sell medicine anywhere in Nigeria. And for a controlling of narcotics or controlled medicine, they have to upload the prescription and it must be verified by the pharmacist, and only after that they can do the selling of medicine. Thank you.
Hello,
Yes.
can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, my name is Martins Emeje.
Hello, Martins.
In most parts of the world where the e-pharmacy is practiced, third partners are not allowed to transmit drugs to customers. Our problem started when we saw third partners advertising drugs on their website and asking clients to buy at reduced prices, and then they deliver to their homes. In India, does Amazon, does Jiji, does Jumia sell medicines? If they do, how do they do it? What is the regulation that governs that?
Okay, so Martin, I would like to repeat your question. As you told, like they need certain rules and regulation in order to sell this medicine, like as they are doing the Amazon and all those things. And second question, through international market, right?
Yes. But sorry, are you there? In the
Yes.
US, in the United States of America, Amazon sells medicine, but not as Amazon. Amazon has pharmacy in World Foods, so it has to have its own pharmacy, which is regulated as a pharmacy, and then it practices pharmacy with the registered pharmacists that are employed there. Do you have Korea organizations in India that carry out this pharmacy business?
Okay, so this courier service like managed by two things. One is like the e-pharmacy. They have their own courier system, so they can manage and regulate from delivery of medicine from pharmacy shop to the patient home. And this is how like they are going to manage. And as you told, like what are the rules and regulation? So in one of the city of Rajasthan, it's called Jaipur, they have to have like deliver the medicine through pharmacist only. Even deliver boy, they
Yes.
can't carry this kind of medicine. And for that, like we have developed one smart box, so that OTP goes to the patient, and once that delivery boy will come to you, so you have to enter that OTP, and only after that you can take that medicine. So that's the right solution.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Is anybody asking questions? If not, I will continue my questions.
Okay. Is there any question, or I have some questions here so I can start answering them?
Please go ahead,
Okay,
Ahemad.
please, before you start. Okay.
Mhm. Here I have found one question like, so what's the regulatory environment for establish of e-pharmacy in Nigeria? So for that, like as I told, this CHAM, they have already taken the initiative. It's called the Farm IT project, and which includes like from manufacturer to CNF to distributor to pharmacy shop, hospital, and finally the patient. So they are like working with PCN, NAFDAC, and all regulatory body, and they are trying to make some policy, and then they assure that we are ready to provide the technology. So this kind of stuff, it's already are there. Next question, please.
Yes, thank you so much. So there are so many questions online now. My colleague Tunji, pharmacist Tunji Ajiboye, has the questions.
Like from Livinus Emeroye, he said he asked how best can the client be sure of the genuinity of the product, bearing in mind that there are many counterfeit and substandard products in circulation.
Right. So as I told you, in order to deliver the medicine, they have to have like their own delivery system. Like ultimately that pharmacy shop is responsible if that medicine quality is not up to the mark. So you can prevent this thing by two way, like either you have your own delivery system or you can use the technology like the smart box. So once like you will place an order, so you will receive one OTP, and that OTP come to you, and once that delivery boy will reach at your home, so after entering that OTP you can get your medicine. So these kind of solution are already available.
Okay.
Thank you.
Then from you, Okafor, could you please define e-prescription? Do you mean a scanned copy of a paper prescription or electronic prescription under the assumption of electronic health practice?
Okay, so this e-prescription is like the soft copy of the original prescription, but as you know, it's like the electronic, so anybody can make the changes in it. So in order to prevent those things, like you have to cross verify with your registered pharmacist. Like on every prescription there is a doctor name, doctor number, then the address and the signature. So any prescription, e-prescription is valid for till 90 days in India. So these kind of thing like you can verify, and only after that you can consider this e-prescription is a valid prescription or not.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ahemad. Then from Precious Usemerai, how possible is it for patients to get counseling online? I mean, is virtual counseling possible? How can this be expedite? How can we expedite this?
Okay, so this comes under the telemedicine, and telemedicine is legal in like a UK, USA, some well-developed the country, and still like in India, Nigeria, or African countries, it's not well regulated. But yes, like online video consultation you can use for the acute diseases, like for the fever, cold, or initial thing. You can't consider for the chronic patient. So
Oh,
this thing, it's like still in like the initial stage.
okay. Oh, thank you very much, Ahemad. Then from Okafor, Nigerian regulators can study your regulations in India, but not to copy everything since we have our own peculiar circumstances. For example, there's a national drug distribution guideline that the Farm IT platform has to align with.
Absolutely. Like each country having its own regulatory and healthcare system. So it's depend on the Nigerian market. And you just use as a reference for the Indian e-pharmacy or USA e-pharmacy, any country e-pharmacy, you just consider as like a reference. But ultimately, your policymaker, your regulator, they are in a better position because they know the insight of Nigerian market and the patient and the pharmacy. And according that, like they can design. Thank you.
Okay. Then should there be a basic training for e-pharmacy practice? This question is from Victor Shegun Ajanoku.
What basic practice of?
Basic training for e-pharmacy practice. It means should the pharmacist go for a basic, probably e-commerce training before he or she delves into e-pharmacy?
Yeah. See, basically, e-pharmacy is a part of the pharmacy business. So you don't require any additional training. Like you just need to understand, like on an e-pharmacy, you are going to receive your order on your computer or mobile. So the way like you are reading the prescription, a hard copy, same way you can do the same thing. And after that, like you are going to get those medicine, pack it and deliver to the patient home. So yes, like as a being a, if you are going to make the policy, so you can provide this kind of initial training, like how to manage e-pharmacy portal and how to deliver medicine and all those things. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Ahemad,
yes.
One question I wanted to clarify from all of us is that what you mean by e-prescription is for physical shops, physical premises to be selling online. So the shop that advertised the product will be responsible for the product they advertise. They will also be responsible for delivery and quality of the drugs down the distribution chain. Kindly confirm, please.
Okay. I would like to ask some question. Like you are asking that like what the surety of e-prescription and the quality of medicine through e-pharmacy. No. Okay.
There are two ways. Amazon is a marketplace.
Yes.
Amazon is a technology company. They don't sell products of their own. But I wanted to please clarify that can technology company sell on e-pharmacy, or it must be a physical premises that is displaying their goods online, and they are also responsible for distribution and transportation and the logistics of getting quality drugs from their shop to the consumer?
Right. This is really good question. See, no any technology company can sell the medicine. Only pharmacy premises can sell the medicine. And I will tell you, like in my presentation, I have covered this point, like the Alibaba, Amazon, eBay, they are selling every product, but they are not selling the medicine. And the reason behind is that like they need the pharma environment. Like when I was in Hangzhou, China, I met to the city of Alibaba and he told the same thing. It's very complicated to sell the medicine through technology. So you can imagine as a being the such a giant company Alibaba, they are not coming into this industry because our pharma industry, it's all about the dealing with human and human diseases. So we have to sure like about the quality of medicine and delivery of all those things. So Amazon, they can't sell, but yes, if they have like the pharmacy partner like you, after that like they are in a position to sell. But this is the good opportunity for all our pharmacy community, like those big giant cannot come into our industry, but we can be a e-pharmacy and we can expand our business and deliver the better patient services. Thank you.
Okay. Ahemad,
yes.
Sorry, I want to ask a question. Okay. I think we should clarify for e-pharmacy practice, it is beyond prescription drugs alone. You can sell OTC. Depending on the kind of applications your patients or customers have, you can actually buy multivitamins on that platform. You can buy your normal toiletries and they deliver it to you at home. It is not only for prescription medicines. You can buy, say, your reload, buy your toiletries, and they deliver it to you at home. Depending on the volume of what you are buying, that will determine how much. You can sit down in your living room and order for these things, and they supply it. I think that should also be clarified. So the vision is actually beyond prescription medicines alone. It's also for, because an average pharmacy sells beyond drugs. They sell drugs and other fast-moving consumer goods. So I think that should also be clarified here.
Okay. See, you're absolutely right. Like e-pharmacy is not bound to sell only prescription medicine, but they can sell any OTC, cosmetic, healthcare. They can sell every kind of product. And this is, I would like to give the differentiate between e-commerce business and e-pharmacy. Like on e-commerce, you don't need to upload prescription or anything. On while e-prescription is required for e-pharmacy. So like if you have a pharmacy, so you can start selling the OTC healthcare cosmetic product from today or tomorrow. You don't require any rules and regulation, because these rules and regulation for a e-pharmacy, that is only for the prescription or narcotic medicines. So any pharmacy, they can sell the online every healthcare and OTC product which doesn't require the prescription. Thank you.
How do you bring that in?
Sorry, while they are trying to get more of the questions that have been typed in, I think it is important for us to know the challenge that we are having that brought up this exercise. It is that we started having third parties or these companies, technology companies, advertising drugs on the internet and promoting it and talking about reduced prices and asking people to come and buy. In fact, there were reports of even wrong addresses. We should know that if even for OTCs, you cannot do by phone call, and you cannot just use your phone, because the pharmacy that is going to fill the prescription and send to the consumer or the patient, we must ensure that there is a traceable address of the person who is going to use the medication. So if you want to use ibuprofen, for example, that it is an OTC does not mean that you can just go online and purchase it. We must know that the pharmacist in the pharmacy must ensure that there is an address that you can trace to, so that when the quality is in question, the pharmacist can be called to action. And when the person is misbehaving with, because you can also misbehave with OTCs, you can also be traced and properly monitored. Then prescription is very, very important. That is also one of our own challenges, that is not for our resource person. It's our own home problem, which we have to deal with, because prescription we have to live in an environment where prescription must go out in the first place. And prescription, the standard prescription must carry who the doctor is, his number, his signature. He must be traceable. We should be able to identify him, and all of that must be present on a prescription. And when a prescription is written electronically, it is encrypted. It is encrypted and sent to the pharmacy. It is not the patient that carries the prescription and scan it and send it to the pharmacy. The prescriber, the pharmacist know that, oh, this is a genuine medical doctor. In other words, database of doctors is also important. So we must aggregate all of this as we begin to move towards the online or e-pharmacy.
Yes, Martin, you are right. Like we have to keep all those factors in our mind, and only after that, like we can move out toward the online pharmacy. And the same practice like they can do in a offline. Like if any patient come with they have the database of the doctor, so they can make a prescription, they can come. So this is what like they are doing in a offline as well as in online. So ultimately, online is like to provide the better services to the chronic patient and all those. So yes, you are right.
So,
And then there's another experience.
Ahemad,
sorry.
can you please confirm? I believe there are supposed to be two foundational structures that will make this practice.
Can you just
saying there are two foundational structures that are required for e-prescription to be functional. One is to track and trace, that we can be sure that it is good or registered drugs that is moving even when you deliver this. Then the second one is e-prescription. So track and trace, which the Farm IT project is supposed to address for now. Now, prescription will also be addressed, number one, when the national ID is functional, and when e-prescription is functional.
Yes, you are right. Like we have to trace and track everything from e-prescription to the delivery of medicine. And this is what, like I told, like this pharma IT project is the foundation of e-pharmacy for Nigerian market, because it's going to regulate all other factors which is related to e-pharmacy.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. We have just about 5 minutes now. We'd like to thank all the participants. We have over 100 people attending, and we also have so many questions. So we attend to all the questions. We'll get back to you, but I would like to invite pharmacist Lolu Ojo now for his closing remark. Thank you, sir.
Okay, dear colleagues, I want to thank you for finding time to be part of this lecture. This is organized in order to get Nigerian pharmacists to have more information, more details about the phenomenon of e-commerce in pharmacy, which has started even before we are ready, even before the regulatory authority are ready. And we know what the issues are when it comes to drug distribution, drug dispensing, and drug management in this country. We were not unaware of the phenomenon of codeine and tramadol abuse and all the vices that has bedeviled pharmacy practice in Nigeria. At the same time, we don't want to close our eyes to technological advancement, which could actually make the practice better. And we have seen today how it has been done in other clients, particularly partners of Nigeria. I think this interaction will continue on other platforms. They're going to turn all the lecture that he delivered, we're going to send to everybody. So that's to the present president. And I wanted one new thing that the new president, who was inaugurated only on Thursday, Mazi Sambo Abua, is introducing, because it thing that people are asking for now is what is in it for me, even at FIP, and what the president has.
So he is the convener. He's back.
Is it okay? Sorry about that. It's internet connection that just got cut off.
I think we can go now.
Yes.
Section. in Nigerians that our team director. All the staff here see good job I've done. So, like I said to you, I'm going to do more. We have an opportunity. Oh, I'm sorry about this. That at the last, at the end of the program, the internet is misbehaving. But what I'm saying is that we are grateful to our speaker for a good with you. Please, we will want a copy of your lecture. If you can quickly send it to us. We are grateful to Champs, the MD, Mr. William, who I see in the car. He actually joined us on the road.
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Thank
sir.
you very much, sir.
Where
Thank you very much, sir.
Where are you?
Actually,
Where are you?
Mr.
Thank you very much,
Olufemi,
sir.
he is one of the busiest person in Nigeria. So he is always traveling and attending meetings because he want to bring a real change in Nigeria.
Okay.
Thank you.
We'd like to say thank you to everyone. The conversation will continue on our Twitter handle. That's at Champs PLC. Thank you so much to all the participants.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
I made this start. All right?
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
They saw me, I was in the car. Check. There's
Okay, thanks for the lecture. It was a success. Thank you. People are still talking. I will get a copy of the lecture. No, we did that at the end.